For some reason, YouTube doesn't like me being horizontal, so we'll stay vertical. We'll deal with the bots. So, we have little candy corn dude painted. He's all done. Now we're going to do this little monster dude. See if we can get him all done. He's going to be in purple. So, he's going to be this color purple. Let's get some purple out here. Turn my little dealie so that I don't go into the wrong color. I'm notorious for that. Put our little detail brush to the side here. Wet dart brush. Okay, let's go ahead and get this dude painted. Remember, as you guys are jumping on, say hi, let me know you're here. Get these guys painted up, and then you guys will see the end result of what it all is. Remember, this is for the Jordy Johnson, and I think it's just Carve Rob also, their Halloween challenge. So it was to make something Halloween-like. So this is my idea for Halloween-like. And these are just whittled little pieces. As you're coming on, make sure you say hi so I know that you're here. And we're just going to get him all painted. These are Mod Podged already so that the paint does not go into them. Doesn't soak into the wood. I found that's like the best thing to do is to Mod Podge my wood first. So I get that done. I don't know if you can see his little face. His face is kind of cute. So we're just going to work on getting him all painted here. All these little monsters all have a different color to them, different kind of scheme to them. And I figure why not just go live while I do it. Kind of a boring thing to watch is me painting, but maybe we can get some good conversations going. So what is everybody up to today on this wonderful Tuesday? We got bowling tonight. I'm kind of stoked. Bowling season is starting, which is going to be so much fun. Going to be a lot of fun. This year we got, it's a family affair going on this year. We got, my son is home from the Marines. As you guys know, I've been talking about that a lot. And his girlfriend is with us also, so she'll be bowling with us also. And then my husband and I. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun this year. And I have my other son home too. My oldest one is home also from the Army while he's waiting to get restationed. A couple hours away from home here. He's home for about a month, I guess, which would be cool. So, get this little dude all painted up. He's a big old purple dude. How is everybody? Say hello when you come on. This is the DOT in the house. We're down here in the granny shack, painting away on our Jordy Johnson piece that we're going to make for his challenge. Anybody else making a piece for Jordy Johnson? Let me see if there's any comments yet. None yet. Okay. Remember to hit that like button for me also, guys. That really helps me out a lot too. You guys hit that like button for me. And remember to subscribe to the channel. There's always all kinds of stuff that I'll be doing. If you subscribe, you get to see all of it. You don't miss any of it. Whoop. About dropped him. So yeah, this is... I'm kind of curious to see everybody's pieces on the Jordy project here. I don't know if anybody else is on here is doing it, but I like to do the challenges. Gets me back into my whittling. Sometimes I just kind of lose my way with whittling and give up. And then they put out challenges, and then I get back into it. Just something different to do. I'd like to do my sewing, but I do that once in a while too. My sewing and then my whittling and a little bit of everything. This guy takes a while to paint. He's kind of big. I didn't realize he was so big until I had to start painting him. And you'll hear the kids in the background. It's okay. We like being able to hear the kids. I call them kids. They're actually grown adults, guys, but they will forever be my kids. You know how fucking hard these things are to find in town? Yeah. Why are these things hard to find for no reason? I don't know. Like every gas station I went to, they just didn't fucking have it. I ended up at the Dollar General. My son couldn't find Altoids. That's what he's talking about. If you guys can hear him in the background, he's hooked on Altoids. He's trying to quit on the nicotine, so he does a lot of Altoids right now. And so yeah. Okay. So we have him all painted purple. Now we're going to add in some of the details on him. Whoops. Go into the dirty water here, clean off our brush. Get our brush all cleaned up so that we can use it on the next monster. Okay. So now we need our little tiny detail brush. Got 4 of you guys in here. Anybody talking yet? Does not look like it. You guys talk. Okay. And do his little eyebrows here. Eyebrows are going to be black. This detail painting is not my forte. I don't always do a lot of detail painting, but these call for a lot of detail painting. So that's what they're getting. Oh my. So we are just going to get him all painted up and looking like a monster. Make sure we get all sides of them eyebrows so that no matter how you look at him, he's got some good old eyebrows. Now we're going to paint around his eyes all black here. You guys kind of see what he's looking like there? He's going to be kind of a cool looking little monster, I think. I hope. Got big old black eyes. Like big old circles around his eyes. And I actually did eyes different this time. Most of you guys know that I do gems for eyes 90% of the time. This time I decided I was not going to do gems for eyes. I was going to actually make an eyeball, and I did. So we'll get them painted here in a minute too. Painting his nostrils here. And we can kind of see his nose. And get his mouth all painted in here. I like to kind of do all one color and then move on to the next color. But as I'm getting him painted, you can kind of see him coming to life here. Which is kind of cool. And wait till you guys see what this is at the very end. This is like going to be so cool at the very end. When all these parts are painted and everything is done. Well, thank you, Matt. Hi. This is for the Jordy challenge. It's gonna be pretty cool when it's all done. I'm totally stoked for it. Really stoked for Jordy to see it, and for all of you guys to see it, because it's gonna be really neat. There's more monsters to come. I've got a pumpkin here. Got another. That one has a mummy on it and another monster on it. They're gonna get painted today also, so it could end up being a long life, but it'll be so worth it just to see how these guys turn out. So let's paint him in some eyeballs here. It's weird to have to get out my little detail brush to do these. I whittled them, yes, I knife carved them. I thought about doing them bigger and using the Dremel, but I can sit downstairs and whittle, and to Dremel I have to go outside, and I really didn't want to, so I stayed inside and just whittled them. And there's his eyeballs, kind of. They're not quite done, and we got more to do on them. Let's get his teeth painted here. So he has some teeth. Oh, all my little monsters have teeth, which has been kind of a challenge, but it's been kind of a fun challenge too, because I've never really done teeth. So that was kind of a fun little challenge to do. These whole things have kind of challenged me to do something different that I'm not used to doing. Can you see his little teeth in there? I did mess up and get some of the white into the black, but we'll fix that. Kind of like a little vampire ghoul here. Let's fix our little mess up here. There we go. Hey, Electric Whittler. Hey. Making my project here for the for Jordy's challenge for Halloween. I'm going to add a little bit of green over here because I want this little dude. So this guy has like, I don't know if you can see it very well. He has blue eyes, so this little dude's going to have some green eyes. Just because I can't have them all have. Thank you, thank you. Can't have them all have the same color eyes, right? That just wouldn't be right. So this little dude's going to have some green eyes. So glad to see you guys jump on here with me because I'm always afraid to do a live because like I'm afraid nobody's ever going to jump on. Which is strange because I'm so used to doing like Facebook lives. I can do them like no other, but it's usually not. We have all their eyes are kind of being wonky too. Like I'm purposely not doing their eyes straight. I don't want their eyes straight. Let's go ahead and get their little dots on the middle of their eyes here. Let's do this dot over here. Here we go. That little dude's all done. So we've got them two. He's kind of looking good over here. We're gonna set him off to the side here. So our next one, this one you probably can't really tell what it is. This top guy right here is a mummy, and then I got another monster down here. This one could be kind of fun, the mummy one, because I wasn't real sure how to do a mummy, but this is my version of a mummy. So let's get him painted up and see what we come up with here. Make sure I'm painting the right parts of him here. Mummy's going to be green with white on him. Hey! How is Joe? How's Joe doing today? I'm painting up my monsters for the Jordy Johnson challenge. Their Halloween challenge. I think it's him and Just Carve Rob doing this Halloween challenge thing, and I'm always up for a good challenge. Gets me back into the whittling, which is good because I don't always do this. I don't always whittle a lot or Dremel a lot. I tend to get sidetracked with it. And I start doing other things, and then I get away from doing this stuff. And I kind of enjoy doing the whittling. I really do. I just get sidetracked from everything else that I do. And I know everybody keeps telling me if I would whittle, I'd get a lot better. And I know I would. I just always feel like I'm just not quite up to par with the whittling, but I try. And that's what matters. Whether you're good or not doesn't matter, just if you try. I'm kind of behind on lives. I really am on watching lives. Been crazy with the boys coming home and everything else that I just kind of fallen behind on some of the lives. I need to get caught up on them. Once I get this challenge done, then there's the other challenge, the nature challenge that has to be functional, and I've got that already planned out too of what I'm going to do there. And so I got to get started on that one also. Because I haven't gotten started on it yet. Can you kind of see a mummy yet? I'm kind of seeing him-ish. I'm gonna that part painted. Gotta get all this green stuff painted on him. I think once I get the white on there, he'll look more like a mummy. Right now he is not looking much like a mummy. But I think he will in the end. I hope. I'm curious to see all the pieces that people do for this challenge, because like everybody has such different ideas. And this is something I've been wanting to do for a while and could never figure out what to put into doing it. And so this, when they put out this challenge, I thought it was the perfect time to do one. Because I can't wait for everybody to see what it is in the end. It's going to be so wickedly cool. My dogs are barking. Guys, they just do. They're dogs. Not sure what they're barking at. And this is the back of his head. Get him all painted green here. So what projects is everybody working on? There goes my other dog. We got 2 that bark and we have 1 that just whines. He just doesn't bark much. He'd rather whine than bark. So if you hear the whining, he's not being hurt. It's just what he does. That's Toto for you. That's all he knows how to do is whine. Which I guess I'd rather him whine than bark. Okay, so we are going to do around his eyes. So it's going to be green too here. Here comes my husband. My husband and my son must be home for lunch already.
Hi. Hello.
So yep, we're just getting the eyes painted here. Can you kind of see a mummy yet? He'll come to life here in a minute. I hope. Okay, I'm going to do the mouth part here. I have to turn my palette because that black's a little far away for me. Got my little palette over here that I'm using. Get his little mouth all painted in.
Kind of what it's going to be anyways, where they did just how it's going to be the damn transfer in the first place and you get over the good. Yeah. So, well, but we don't want to break the seal. But now, oh, we don't want to break the seal.
Gonna have to turn him a little wonky here to get his whole mouth painted in there because he's got some crevices that aren't so easy to get to there. Alright, now we're gonna go around his eyes with black also here.
What do you want?
What do you want?
Really? You brought down my charger?
Yeah, both of them.
No.
All right.
Should be.
Okay, so we got the black around his eyes there. Now it is time for some white. This should make him look like a mummy. Should. Let's hope. In my thoughts, anyway, it should. Gotta get all the black out of there. Spin to the white here. Turn over my towel so it's nice and clean, though. Okay. So, start with the white for Mr. Mummy here.
Tinker. Come here.
Now is when maybe it'll start looking more like a mummy. Maybe. We shall see. To me, it's hard to tell when it's all wood exactly what it is until it's like painted or stained or whatever. Then you can kind of tell more what it's supposed to be. I missed a little spot over here. That's the best thing of turning them all which ways, as you can see if you missed a spot. Coming from just one way, you can't really tell. But yeah, I sold all these dudes with a little bit of Mod Podge. Knowing that they were going to get painted, I Mod Podged them because that seems to seal the wood real good so that it takes the paint better, especially on a white paint. White paint loves to soak into the wood, and then like it just doesn't work. And I make my own little Mod Podge stuff with just using some Elmer glue and water. It works great because Mod Podge is kind of expensive. So I just make my own little stuff up. Can you tell he's kind of looking like a mummy? I'm hoping anyway that he's kind of starting to look like a mummy to everybody. Alright, we're gonna keep getting him painted here. He had a lot of white on him. Lots of wrap. Which was a challenge. I've done a few things that are wrapped, like green men and stuff where I did grass. But to actually make like a wrap like to look like gauze, wasn't so sure I could do it. So all of this whole thing has been kind of challenging, doing things I've never done before. Which I guess that's probably the point of having a challenge. Do stuff you've never done. Down here by his neck here. There we go. I'm starting to see a mummy-ish. I was having a horrible time with my live. Trying to go live. It was not working. Facebook or YouTube kept kicking me off. Finally, figured it out and it let me go live finally, and I was starting to get a little bit mad with YouTube not letting me go live. But for some reason I couldn't go live in the orientation that I wanted to. But that's okay. Can you guys see them? Is he starting to look like a mummy now? All wrapped up with gauze. A mummy monster. Here we go. That major part of the white is all done. Now we gotta do his eyes and his teeth. Let's go ahead and paint his teeth all white. Everybody's like, oh, monsters aren't supposed to have white teeth, but mine do. I like white teeth. So, my monsters happen to have white teeth. There's his little white teeth. Let's do his eyeballs here in white. And I think he's going to have purple eyes. I think. There's an eyeball. There's an eyeball. Okay. Now, like I said, I think he's going to have some purple eyeballs. Just because I want them all to kind of blend together. Like, monsters have like all the same colors, kind of ish to them. Does he look like a mummy to you guys? Okay, let's make this dude look this way. Look down this way. Make one eye there. We're gonna make one eye go up here. Like I said, none of my monsters can have normal looking eyes. They're all gonna be all over the place. That way they're never looking straight at you. Make the site just a bit bigger here. There we go. Ta-da! Look at the little mummy dude. It's kind of cute. And then we got this dude down here. This dude's gonna be fun. He's got black hair. He got blue skin. He's just an odd little monster. That's what this little dude is. So we are going to wet our paintbrush. We're gonna do his hair. You can see he's gonna have some black hair. This one's going to be harder because his hair, I put so much texture into it. I've got to paint all the crevices of his hair. But I was having fun with doing the texture on his hair. And I went a little wild, but that's okay. And then next, after this little dude, we will paint our little pumpkin. Then it is time to show you guys what it all will be. Remember, if you're watching, just like, comment, and subscribe for me. Helps me get out there to more people. This guy has a lot of hair. And I don't know, I might end up antiquing these a little bit just to make them look a little bit more ghoulish and creepy. Oh shoot, did you guys just see what I did? My hands are kind of shaky today, and I just messed that little dude up. I don't know if I can get that off of there very well, but let's see. Just gonna make a mess. Let's go get him all cleaned up. I can paint over that too, but see, we fixed it. Ta-da, we got that right there. Okay. We are almost done with this guy's hair. Almost. Dude has a lot of hair. You can see his hair around him. Kind of looks a little cool. When I was carving him, I thought he looked like an Indian until I got his face done. And I was like, okay, now he doesn't look so much like an Indian. But at first, it kind of reminded me of an Indian. Not gonna lie. Alrighty. I think we pretty much got his hairline done here. Ta-da! Okay. Well, that didn't work. I'm not having good luck with my paintbrush right now. Keep dropping it. Not too ideal. I have my Dremel hung up out there outside, and it works really, really good. It's just hard to. I don't want to be outside. I wanted to be inside, so that's why I decided to do this instead. Now he's got to let his hair dry a little bit so I can actually grab him without getting paint everywhere. Because his poor little face is going to be blue. The 4300 with the flex shaft. I used that one, and then I do have like a baby little tiny pink one here that one of these days I'll bust out and I'll show you guys. It's just a tiny little pink one I do for like intricate details and stuff that I don't like the flex shaft for. And I actually got the little pink one because I was scared of the flex shaft. So I got the little tiny pink one, and now I am getting better with the fact that I can actually use a flex shaft without hurting myself. Because, yeah, I was with Amy one day out at the shop, and we were jumbling away, and I broke the flex shaft. It looked like an octopus out of water. It went everywhere, and about took off Amy's head. After that, I didn't want to use one no more. It was bad. But it's one of them things, like, you know, I was listening to to Jordy saying, carve deeper, carve deeper. Well, to me, that meant carve harder. And I did, and I broke it. But I like the 4300 because I can adjust the speed and stuff on what I'm comfortable with. Which is nice because sometimes I need it to be a little bit more powerful than it is. Than some of the littler ones are. So I like the 4300 for that. I can adjust the speed on it. And I like that. Okay. Let's get this little man's face all painted blue. And I don't think this is quite the blue I was thinking, but I can make this work here. I was thinking more of a ghoulish blue, but this is kind of a brighter blue. I can tone that though. And then I use I'm really wanting to get the Flex Cut Pro series for my knives, because I do use flex cut for my knives when I'm whittling. That and I think it's called Weldon Carey, I think is his name. He sells knives, and he has a pink one that one of these days I am going to own, for my whittling. Cause yeah, it's pink. Which, if you guys know me, everything I do is pink. Um, how my room here, even my granny shack, is pink right now. Um, just because I wanted a room I was comfortable in to do my crafts. So my room ended up being pink. I am definitely a girly girl. I love using knives. Um, to me, I have more control with the knives, which is really strange. And I actually was never going to get into doing the wood carving or anything. And Amy Jo's the one who got me into it, because she was dremeling and doing her thing, and she was like, "You need to do something with wood." And I said, "Fine, I'll do something, but I'm not going to Dremel because that's what you do." And so I ordered a set of knives, and I just started carving away, and been doing it ever since. Yes, I'm definitely a girly girl through and through. As you can tell, I even have my fingernails are all done. Um, I know at one point Troy said you can't be a real carver if you have really pretty nails, but I always have pretty nails, and I'm a carver. I just make sure I don't take my nails off. With the Dremel. Ta-da! There's his little face. Okay, we are going to. Well, I don't know what I just did with my paper towel. I had it, and I moved it somewhere. There it is. Here it is. Gotta get the colors off my paintbrush here. And if I do mess up my nails, then I just redo them. It's about time to redo them anyway, because after about 2 weeks I get tired of that pattern, and I end up redoing them anyway. Okay, let's get this dude painted up here. Let's do some eyebrows on him. I am using the wrong brush. I need my detail brush for that. Ta-da, detail brush. This thing is so tiny. I don't know if you guys can even see the little brushes on there, or hairs on it, because it's so tiny. But that's what makes for a great detail brush. Okay. Gotta do his eyebrows in black. I am getting better with doing faces. For the longest time I wouldn't do faces. I didn't like doing them. But I am getting better. I actually was able to put a nose on this dude. He's got a honker on him. Always. Hi, babe.
Hi, baby. I think Ryan will be gone the 7th through the 13th to Denver.
Oh, for training?
I think. I gotta call Drew. Find out what he's wanting. Who he's wanting to send. Or if he's gonna send me, and then I gotta come back and train.
Yeah. My dog has once again busted into my room, which is not a good thing. She likes to eat my whittles when I'm doing them. So we try to keep her out of the room. Because for some reason, if the wood is carved, I guess it tastes better. I don't know. Get his little mouth all painted in here. Get his teeth painted in. You guys can kind of see what he looks like. Yeah, I think they're kind of turning out pretty cool. I'm kind of liking my little guys here. Can't wait to see them all put together and see what it's going to make here. You guys are going to love this. This is like pretty awesome idea that I came up with. Something I've been, thank you out. This little brush is just perfect for doing these little tiny details in between, like, the little areas here. Can you guys start to see his mouth now? Like I said, it's kind of hard when it's just wood on wood on wood. But once you get it started painting, then you can actually see what it's looking like. And this is the only guy that I've done that has a tongue. I decided I was going to try to do a tongue, and so I did. So we do have to paint his tongue. So for the tongue, I'm going to use a deep dark red. You don't have a dark old tongue. There's his little tongue in there. Well, that didn't work. Drop the paintbrush again. Need to do some black around his eyes also. So we're gonna do his little sockets here in black. What do you think, babe?
Looking good.
Them monsters and these monsters, and then I got my pumpkin left to do.
Alrighty, babe.
And you heading back?
Here shortly.
Okay. Love you.
Love you. Hopefully we'll see you at bowling tonight. Depends on when this guy's supposed to come out of Denver now, but he was getting offloaded, so I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll be there tonight
Alright.
for bowling.
Well, maybe we'll see you later on.
Yes, this guy has a set of chompers. That he does. I made him some big old teeth. I figure a big old head, he kind of needed some big old teeth to go with them. So now we gotta get the white on him for his eyeballs and his jumpers. Okay, so let's get the white part of his eyeball done here. Alright, and now for his teeth. We're trying to train one of our dogs to get down off the steps, and she does not like to get down. She's a standard poodle. She's 1 year old. She's a baby still and has not understood down yet. But she's learning it. Ah! I end up with black in there, and I don't want black in there. Yeah, I went gigantic on his teeth. Holy crud. I didn't realize how big his teeth were until I started painting them. Then I'm like, oh my goodness. This boy's got some teeth. My other ones have like tiny little teeth. He definitely doesn't have tiny teeth. Alright, let's paint the top of his teeth here. I gotta figure out the color of eyeballs for this dude. He might have different color of eyeball. Because maybe we'll do yellow eyeballs for him. Guys, that's Toto. He is not neglected or nothing. He just loves to whine. Alright, let's give him a nice yellow eyeball here. Let's go right there. And then pick up some more paint and let's go way up here on his eyeball. There we go. Some nice yellow eyeballs for him. And they'll need some black dots in there. Oh, this little dude didn't get any black dots. He better have some black dots in his eyes too. Mommy has to. And this one has to have some. Well, I'm gonna have to wait for the yellow to dry a little bit to put some black dots in him. But anyway, that's these two. Yes, that's gonna look so cool on him. So, them two are done. Last but not least is our pumpkin. So yeah, he was something different to do too. Haven't really done. I don't think I've ever done a pumpkin. So I kind of winged it on this dude. So he's going to be orange, just like a pumpkin would be. He's even got little grooves in him. I don't know if you can see it, but he's got like the little lines in him like a little pumpkin would. It's always about the details. If you got the details, you're good. Now the dog's gonna bark. I had to have a pumpkin though. Halloween's not Halloween without a pumpkin. I like the ghouls and the monsters, but you gotta have a pumpkin too. This is like my favorite time of year. I love Halloween. I love to dress up. I get to not be myself for a day, which is kind of cool. This year, though, I don't know what I'm going to be. Like, every year for our bowling, we have a Halloween party, and we all dress up, and this year, I'm just not sure what I'm going to be. Last year, I was a punk rocker. I had a mohawk. I sported one hell of a mohawk. I got it shut in my car door. It was so tall. And it was all natural hair. Like, it's all my own hair that I mohawked. This year, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Can you see his little face? He's going to be a cute little pumpkin. Like, all my guys are like spooky and ghouly and kind of crazy. And this guy's like just a pumpkin. But that's okay. Because a pumpkin is a pumpkin. And you can make them scary, but they're to be comical. And that's what this dude is going to be. It is comical. I like having the big areas. It's easy to paint that way. And you just kind of just go with it. Load up a lot of paint and just go. Makes it nice and quick. And turn him and paint some more. End up using up all my orange paint that I put out, which is good. You know, the silly part about it is I've done all these challenge things, you know, with people, and I have never sold any of my challenge pieces. I still have every one of them, which is okay. Kind of reminds me of the stuff that we've done through the years then, you know, like, really, I've only been doing this for a year, so, but like, my Christmas piece from Jordy's, Christmas challenge last year, I still got it. I still got, can't remember, there's some other pieces I've got around here too that were challenges that we did that I just never sold them. Now this one probably won't sell either, which is fine with me. I don't mind keeping it. Eventually down the line somebody's gonna want one of my carvings, which like would be totally stoked about. Okay, let's get this little dude painted black in here. His little eyes. And in his mouth. He's gonna be a cutie. Challenges like this are easy for me because I'm good at doing cartoony like things. Not good at doing realistic. But I can do cartoonies. Alright, let's do his little mouth here. My house is quiet now. That's kind of weird. My house is chaotic for about an hour during lunch. Everybody comes home for lunch and everything, and it gets kind of chaotic. Then after lunch, everybody leaves or lays down to take a nap, and my house gets quiet. Which isn't a bad thing. Kind of like it chaotic once in a while, but I like it quiet sometimes too. And turn him upside down so I can finish his mouth this way. Get next to his teeth here. So if you guys guess what this is going to be yet? Huh? Has anybody guessed as to what I am going to make here? There's Pumpkin. Got his little eyes and nose and mouth, and or not nose. I guess he doesn't have much of a nose. You gotta do his eyes and teeth and stuff. See if we can get the black to go on this dude's eyeballs yet. There we go. And brush that off. And let's put the eyes up on this one. Right up there. And right down here. There we go. Now he's got eyeballs. Get his little teeth painted in. Well, welcome back, Joe. I am still here. I am still painting. Wanted to see what that was. There's his little teeth. We got better paint his eyeballs white. He's got big old eyeballs. They're going to be really fun to do a color on too. Of course, being Pumpkin, he's going to have blue eyes. There we go. We're going to let that white dry for just a second, and we're going to make his eyes blue. Yes, we will. So I'm going to show you guys what this is going to be. We're going to take this little dude. And this little dude is going to be on top of that. And this little dude's going to be on top of that. And voila, we have a Halloween totem pole. See that? We have a Halloween totem pole, y'all. That's what I like. I wanted to do a totem pole. I've been wanting to do a totem pole forever and ever. And so I decided I was going to make one. I'm going to drill and put some dowels in there and make it so that it's sturdy and it doesn't come apart. So, but I've always wanted to do one. And I thought, what a better way to do a totem pole than a Halloween one and make it look so cool. So this was my idea for the Jordy Johnson challenge. Because this is kick-ass. I think so anyway. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I think it looks pretty cool. Thanks, Matt. That's just... I don't know. It's a thought that I've been having for a long time. And I thought about doing Tiki Men, you know, and doing a totem pole with Tiki Men. But this is more me. Like the cartoony Halloween characters, stuff like that is so me to do a totem pole like that. So that's why there's so many different pieces, and everything else was so that we could have the totem pole. So yep, there you guys go. All we got left to do is let this little dude. Thanks, Joe. Let this little dude's eyes dry, and we can paint them blue, get them attached together, and we'll be done with it. And who knows? I might do more totem poles in the future for things. I was kind of thinking of one for Christmas. That would be kind of cool too, do like a Christmas totem pole. Do a bunch of Santa Clauses or something. I don't know. But yeah, that was my thought, was the totem pole. So anyway, you guys, I've been on here long enough, and I'm sure you guys are probably tired and everything else. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump off of here, get his eyes finished. So what I ended up doing, Joe, is like, this was a 1.5 by 1.5 by 5 inch, and I just kind of carved them together. And then this was a 1.5 by 1.5 by 5 inch also that I just carved in. And then this was just a 3 inch, or it was a 2 by 2 by 3 inches that I carved up. So that when you put them all together, they make a cool totem pole. So yeah, it was kind of like 3 pieces of wood put together. So that's what it is. So anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off here. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out with me. That's kind of cool. I'm going to have to go and get ready for work so that I can go to work for a few hours and go bowling then for the night. So stay tuned for some shorts from bowling. I'm sure I'm going to have a few. So guys, thanks, and I will talk to you later. Poof, bueno, bye.